It's easy to get stuck in the comfort zone, right? To let the days blur, following the same routine and staying within the limits of what we already know. But today, I want to challenge that. I want to challenge you and myself to make 2025 the year about taking risks. And I don't mean risks in the big, flashy ways that you might be thinking of. I mean by making intentional, everyday, little small choices that get us closer to where we want to be. Sometimes it's just about being brave enough to show up fully, to be vulnerable, to make those small conscious steps outside of your comfort zone to get you closer to where you want to be. These little choices, these little steps have such a big impact on your life and your growth. And that is what I'm going to make 2025 all about. It's about taking risks and making a change in our life, whether it's in the big ways or the little ways. We could get into that. 2025 should be the year for you to risk it all, because that's what I'm going to do with myself in my own life. And I want to empower you as well as empower myself, because 2025 is the year of risk. It's the year of doing things that empower us, that invigorate us, that inspire us, that make us feel as though we are truly aligned. The beginning of the year is such an amazing time for you to set an intention for the rest of the year. And I love intentions here on the podcast. You probably know that by now if you are an active listener every week. But when we are talking about 2025, I want you to risk it all. Oftentimes, we hold back from taking risks due to the fear of failure, or because we are so familiar with what we know, or simply self-doubt. Whatever it is, I want you to empower yourself to fulfill your deepest desires and align with who you are meant to be. That is what 2025 is going to be all about. And that is what the episode is going to be all about today. How you can allow yourself to risk it all. Staying in this place of safety can limit us from fully experiencing the potential of our lives. So let's get into why 2025 is going to be the year for you to take a risk. Embrace the unknown. Taking risks and showing up for yourself and allowing yourself to do intrinsically what your deepest desires are is only going to allow you to participate in your life fully and authentically. Now, this can be a lot easier said than done. Let's be real. I have definitely gotten stuck in the comfort zone. But when I am looking forward to 2025, personally for me in my life, I'm starting a master's program. I'm starting a new career. I'm trying to get more serious about to be known. There's all of these things that I want to take risks for, and I need to get real and honest and authentic with myself about embracing the unknown, because we can get so stuck and comfortable in our lives that when we are thinking about the new year, it can be such a good time to launch us into this idea of taking risks, because it's a new year. It feels like we could be a new version of ourselves. But today, let's talk about how you can actually start to embrace the unknown in your life and all of your choices. Taking risks opens you up to new experiences and new possibilities, whether it is a new career or a new place of living, or maybe finding an authentic relationship. Whatever it is, taking a risk, trying to put yourself out there into the world only allows you to fulfill more of your character growth, to become a bigger and better version of yourself, and to the world and the people around you. When you take risks, you are actively expanding your mind and your life. Maybe in little steps, maybe in big steps, who knows? But when you embrace the unknown, you are allowing yourself to feel the totality, the entirety of everything it is that can possibly be. You are allowing yourself to focus on the possibility and just embracing the unknown. You're taking a risk. You're allowing yourself to engage with the world around you and see what is possible for yourself. the unknown, I mean, it holds so much potential for growth that you would not be able to experience in your comfort zone. Sometimes when we are comfortable, it can just feel like we're stuck, like we're stagnant because we're sitting, we're comfortable, we're comfy, we don't want to do anything. But sometimes when you put yourself in that cocoon of your comfort, it can start to feel like suffocation. You can start to feel like you are growing bigger than your comfort zone that you are actually in. And when you allow yourself to break free of that cocoon, you are shedding that skin, you're shedding that comfort zone and allowing yourself to expand into something new for you. And that is what I want 2025 to be for you, because you deserve it. You deserve to shed your skin. You deserve to let go of your comfort zone and embrace life, embrace yourself fully and authentically, because when you are stuck in your comfort zone, chances are you're not embracing your dreams. You're not embracing who you are. You're not embracing what you want out of life, because most things that we wish and desire aren't the things that we have in our lives. Let's be real. I mean, you can't go on and go through this process with a sense of yearning. That's not going to be beneficial for you. But when you actively accept the unknown and you say, I lost my train of thought. Sometimes I just get too passionate and I forget what I'm going to say. But when you are going through taking risks and going down your path and embracing yourself and embracing growth and letting go of who you once were in this comfort zone, so many opportunities are going to come at your footsteps. It's just how it goes. When you surrender to the unknown and you embrace it and you walk hand in hand with it, that's what I want you to do in 2025. I want you to take risks and to embrace the unknown, because it doesn't have to be as scary as you might be thinking it is. Because I am scared. I am scared. But I'm forcing myself to change and shift my mindset into, no, this is the year where I'm taking risks. This is the year where I'm seeing how far I can push myself and see just how much I can do and achieve and see where I can go within the next 365 days. Who cares? I'm taking risks. I'm allowing myself to try and try again. And that's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of the beginning of the year, because it gives you this sense of freedom of, let's see what I can do. So anyways, let's transition and get into the nitty and gritty of how you can start embracing the unknown and taking risks into your own life. And I think a very big topic when it comes to taking risks in 2025 is about relationships. Whether or not you are in a relationship or not in a relationship, it does not matter. Sometimes we can feel so stuck in our comfort zone in a relationship that we need to remind ourselves, hey, I don't know how truly vulnerable I'm being. I don't know how fully honest I'm being with myself, with my partner, with the people that I'm trying to date. What am I actually doing? What risk am I taking? Am I allowing myself to be fully vulnerable? Am I allowing myself to fully love? Am I allowing myself to be fully accepting of another person, or allowing myself to be accepted by someone else? What am I doing? What are you doing when it comes to a relationship? I know I'm like I have a lot of energy today, but we've all been there. We've all wondered, we've all been afraid to open up, to be vulnerable, to take a chance on someone, to take a chance on ourselves, especially when it comes to romantic love. Taking a chance on someone and putting yourself out there can be so terrifying at times, but 2025 is the year to risk it all. Embrace the unknown. Maybe you fear rejection, or maybe you are simply feeling safe in what you already know. But here's the thing. If you allow yourself to be open, authentic connections will find you. You will find authenticity and vulnerability and openness in your life if you allow yourself to let it go, if you allow yourself to take a risk. Because you can either hold on to your pain, to your insecurities, to your fears, or you can let it go and embrace the unknown. You have to make a choice between holding on to this thing or holding on to this other thing. You have to hold on to taking risks and let go of the other stuff, or hold on to your pain and never take any risks. It's like you can't hold on to the both of them at once. Anyways, that's a metaphor that I could have saved for later. But what could happen when you take risks, when you risk it all for love and friendships and romantic relationships and having just better relationships in your life? What will happen if you risked it all? What would happen if you allowed yourself to just be vulnerable, to be honest, to be open, to communicate how you're feeling with people? What would happen? What would happen? I don't think it would be horrible. I think it would actually allow yourself to feel a lot more connected with the world around you, whether or not you are single or in a relationship. What is holding you back? Ask yourself that. What is holding you back? What if you chose to be more present, to be more honest, to be more you than you've ever been before? Risking it all in authentic connections means that you are just choosing to be you. You are just choosing to allow people in. You're allowing yourself to be seen, to be heard, to be known. You're choosing to see other people for who they are, trying to understand who they are, trying to know who they are. And that's only going to allow you to feel more connected to yourself and to life and to the people around you. Risking it all means that you are being vulnerable, that you're being your authentic self and allowing people to see you for who you truly are. When you do this, your relationships in life will just feel so much more secure because they will be built on trust and mutual understanding, which at the end of the day is what we want, especially in a romantic relationship. So now that we talked about relationships, let's switch gears and talk about risking it all as embracing personal growth. It's all about how you show up for yourself here. We oftentimes talk about self-care, and I'm using air quotes here, as one of the best things that we can do for ourselves. But I challenge that idea because self-care can really allow you to just sit and sulk in your comfort zone. We're talking about taking risks. We're talking about embracing personal growth. When you look at the hard parts of yourself, the icky feeling, not so good, insecure, emotional, bad, just the things that you don't want to look at about yourself. When you look at those sides of yourself and you truly see it for what it is and you face it and you try to understand that part of you, that is when the most personal growth will happen. You're taking a risk by looking at the scary parts of yourself, the things that you want to ignore when you are living in the comfort zone, when you are so focused on self-care. When you are focused on self-care, you are not looking at the hard parts of yourself. You're ignoring them because you're trying to cope with what it is that you are experiencing in the moment. But if you look at the hard parts of yourself and you examine them and you try to understand them and you try to become friends with them, become friends with the shadows of your mind, you will experience so much more growth, so much more wholeness within your being, within your mind. You will understand your emotions. You will understand your traumas. You will understand all of these things. And sometimes you can't do it alone. Let's be real. Sometimes you can't look at those hard parts of yourself alone. But when you are taking a risk and you're embracing it all and you're embracing your personal growth and who you are as a person, you have to look at the hard parts of yourself. You just do. You can't get around it. If you're risking it all, you have to look at those parts of yourself. Otherwise, you are going to be stuck in the comfort zone and you are never going to change. Your life's never going to change. 2025 is the year of risking it all and looking inside and seeing what it is that we want and who we truly are and how we want to change. Risking it all when it comes to personal growth doesn't have to be all about looking at the hard parts of ourselves that we don't want to face. It can simply just be breaking old habits, bad habits that we don't want to have anymore, or just trying to find new things that we enjoy in life. It doesn't have to be as hard as that, but I have to note it because you got to be brave enough to look within in order to move on in life. Sometimes embracing personal growth is just being brave enough to try something new. It doesn't have to be super difficult. It doesn't have to be super complex. But I'm just saying, if you want the most out of taking risks, look within. I said it. And now I'm done saying it. But here's the thing. If we don't risk, we don't grow. When we allow ourselves to step outside of what is comfortable, what is familiar, we are allowing ourselves the opportunity to grow. Whether it's looking at your fears or your doubts or facing your limiting beliefs head on, these things are going to change the foundation of your life. Embracing personal growth is about becoming the person that you've always wanted to be. It's about empowering yourself to pursue your passions, your dreams, your desires, and to let go of the things that hold you down. 2025 is the year to stop playing it small, to start taking bold actions into what it is that you want out of life. It's a reminder that life is too short to just wait for the perfect time, because there's no better time than now for you to pursue your dreams, for you to take a class that you've been wanting to take, or to change careers, whatever it is that you are wanting to do. Now is the time. Don't play it small. Take chances, take risks. Risk it all. Let's transition and talk about career. How many times have you held yourself back from what you truly wanted just because it felt too risky, or because it just didn't feel quite right? The timing just didn't feel right. Whatever it is, stop that. Think for a second. Why are you holding yourself back from chasing your dreams? Is it fear of failure? Is it fear of success? Is it fear of judgment? What is holding you back? What fear is holding you back from chasing your dreams? Maybe the timing simply just didn't feel right, but I know because I've been there. I was there. I am there. I'm doing that right now. I'm living that. I'm literally living that right now. But I've just learned that I should just take the risk, and you should too. It doesn't matter how old or young you are. It doesn't matter what phase of life you are in. Now is the time, because if you wait a second longer, a month longer, a year longer, whatever, you're gonna regret not doing it now. Make this moment, make this time watching this video be something that makes you want to take a risk. Because if you are trying to wait for the perfect moment, you just might end up waiting forever. So now's the time. 2025. It's January. It's the beginning of the year. Things are changing. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. And I'm feeling good. Anyways, I'm not that good of a singer, but you get the point. Do it now. Stop waiting. It's a new year. Risk it all. 2025 is the year to take action. Even if it is messy, even if it is hard, who cares? Put yourself in the uncomfortable, put yourself in the unknown, because you will look back at the beginning of 2026 being like, you know what? I'm happy I took the risk. You're going to end up being so much more happy if you take a chance on yourself, because you deserve that chance. You deserve to follow your dreams and to create your own destiny. Today is the day that begins. Taking risks doesn't just have to be about achieving goals. It can simply just be the idea of living more fully. It's about living a life of purpose. It's about allowing yourself to embrace the moment, to embrace yourself, to embrace life fully and authentically and vulnerably, and to just connect. It's about fully embracing each moment, pursuing your potential, making the most out of every day. In 2025, you can make your life about living in passion. Ultimately, risking it all in this new year isn't about making risky decisions. It's about living with intention to be better for yourself, to become more aligned with your desires, to allow yourself to connect with the people in the world around you. That's what I mean by risking it all. It's just about taking a chance on yourself. It's about choosing to break free from limitations and stepping into the life that you deserve. By taking action, by embracing yourself, by stepping into the unknown. Be courageous and trust in yourself. That is what this is all about at the end of the day. You allow yourself to create space for transformation and fulfillment when you tap into this energy of risking it all. Don't let fear stop you from who you are meant to be. So how do we start? How do we make 2025 the year to risk it all? It starts with one step. Maybe it's having a conversation with someone that you've been dreading. Maybe it's about leaving a job or taking on a new class of something that you want to learn or pursuing a new passion. I don't care. Take that step. If there is something in your gut, and there probably is, if there is one thing, two things, three things, I challenge you over the next week to do them. Do it. Who cares? Take the risk. Allow yourself to become more aligned with the life that you deserve. Be courageous. Maybe it's simply saying no to the things that drain you. Maybe it's about saying yes to the things that light you up. Whatever it is, allow yourself the space to transform and step into this life. It all starts with you to step outside of what feels easy and to step into what is right. And here's the real truth. It's not about the outcome. It's about that first step. It's about having the courage. It's about being brave. It's about taking the risk. It's about what you do right after you stop watching this video. What are you going to do? What conversation do you need to have? What idea do you need to jot down? What thing do you need to look up in order to launch yourself into this new mindset of just taking risks and allowing yourself to do what it is that you want to do? Do the thing that is right for you. Stop living in your comfort zone. We are not doing that in 2025 anymore. Just take one step. Even if you're not sure where it's going to go, you have to start from somewhere. Your journey begins from somewhere, right? Maybe today is the day that is the first step towards you going down the right path for yourself. Maybe this first risk that you take will lead you to something that you didn't expect. Maybe it'll lead you to the exact right place as to where you're supposed to be. So think for a second. Think right now. Look at the year ahead. Think about 2025. What is holding you back? What was holding you back in 2024? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? What do you want to have? What do you want to feel? What would it look like if you risked it all this year? Let's make this a year of courage, of authenticity, of letting go of the things that do not serve us. Let's make it the year of taking bold steps towards who we truly are. Because you deserve to live a life that is truly yours. And sometimes you have to risk it all in order to get there. Thank you so much for watching this episode of To Be Known. I'm really excited for this new year and for everything that's going to be coming. If this video resonated with you, please leave a comment down below. If you've made it this far, comment a red heart emoji. I want to see who makes it. Also, if you think that someone needs to hear this message, take a risk. Send it to them. Encourage them. Because everyone deserves to take risks and to live out their destiny. I hope that I inspired you today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Spotify, follow on Instagram at To Be Known Pod, follow on TikTok at To Be Known Pod. I will see you all next week. In the meantime, take a risk. Stay true to you. Bye.